What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy Ant for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the weekend reading. The first time I see is the first time I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic, so let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok. If y'all want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first time I see is the first time I read, and the first time I saw was Cancer. So let's go ahead and get it popping. Shout out to Veronica for pulling on in with the Cancer gang today. I do want to say to everybody, happy Friday. Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day, and I hope you're looking towards an even more fantastic weekend. I also do want to touch base and apologize for not being here yesterday. Yesterday was just a hectic day, so I really needed my rest, but I'm happy to be here nonetheless for the weekend read for everybody. If you want a personal read, you can catch me on my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. Book me there if you would like a read. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get it popping. But hello, everybody. What's going on, guys? What's going on, Jalpa? Very happy Mondays. Joan, Josh, Laura. What is going on, Daniela, Jordan? How's everybody hanging today? Carol, welcome in. What's going on, Mark Steven? Hey, Lila. What's going on, everybody? Brown Empress, how you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Orpheus in the building. Happy Friday, Orpheus. You said, and that Aries reading was fire, dude. I just came back from the gym and I'm feeling great as always. You look great and have a good weekend. Thank you, Orpheus. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very, very much. Hope you have a great weekend as well, man. Very, very cool. I'm doing good, Jalpa. Thank you for asking. Doing pretty good today. Other than being tired, really good. This week has been tiring, to say the least. But I really need to catch up on my rest for next week. That's a super important thing for sure. Hello, Lila. Happy Friday to you, too. Why, thank you, Mary. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. All right, guys. Without a further ado, though, let's get it popping, man. Let's see what's going on. We're going to go ahead and check out the lovely Cancer gang. So let's see what's going on here for your next 24. What do we got popping in here for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information's coming up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Cancer in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Cancerian, we're going to get ourselves here this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up here, baby. Hopefully, we are going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Cancer, overall energy for you is going to be the Four of Swords. Yeah, speaking of taking back some rest and getting some rest, Cancer, I agree with you. This is the energy of taking a break from a situation or genuinely needing some rest from someone or something at this time. Taking a look at the current energy, we got here the Judgment, what it is you're dealing with, Nine of Swords in reverse, and then taking a look here at the outcome, Cancerian, is going to be the Ten of Wands in the reverse position for the weekend. I love that. Reverse for the Ten of Wands is fantastic because that represents we're dropping the burdens, we're dropping the stress. It's a much more chill, cool, calm, and collected type of time. But let's get on into the read. So first and foremost for Cancer, we start out here with this Four of Swords. Four of Swords, like I mentioned already, represents needing a rest from a situation, needing a break. You know, I feel like you're making a judgment call here this weekend. Maybe this is the judgment call of like, I'm not going out, I'm staying in and catching up on my sleep. Like I said, I resonate with that. That definitely is going to be me this weekend. So if you need to take a step back and maybe not run those errands, maybe you don't need to go see those friends and you kind of just need to go ahead and have a date with your bed, Cancer, don't be afraid to have a date with your bed and get some dang rest. Looking at what you're dealing with, Nine of Swords reversed, I do want to mention, by the way, Cancer, if you do end up catching up on your rest, if you've been incredibly physically tired, it's going to help increase your mood, especially if your mood's been a little bit all over the place. So just a word to the wise for Cancers, if you've been getting shitty sleep and you've been feeling like crap mentally but also physically, perfect time to get more sleep because it's going to reset the mental, and of course it's going to reset the physical here as well. Now, besides sleep here, Cancer, you might be saying to me, well, Ant, I have been perfectly rested all week. You know, this has nothing to do with sleep. Well, if this is resonating towards something else, Cancer, Four of Swords here to the Judgment could be saying that some of you in this weekend are making a judgment call here to take a break from someone or something. You might feel better without someone or something around you at this time. For example, maybe there's a specific person in your life who you feel is causing too much drama, causing too much negativity. If that happens to be the case, you might be choosing to consciously not surround yourself with that individual. And of of course, once you do that, you know, if you're getting to the root cause of somebody who creates a lot of drama and negativity and you remove that person from your life, you're going to feel way less stressed for sure with the 10 of Wands in reverse. So if you're a Cancer who's noticed, okay, this person's been draining, maybe this weekend you're deciding to say, time to remove myself from a draining energy, and you know, in spite of that, you feel a lot better. So it can resonate in various different ways for you, whether this is about needing physical rest and rejuvenation, or whether you need to kind of remove yourself from a toxin or a specific person, or you need to remove yourself from a job, whatever the case may be, that could be causing too much stress on your shoulders. So I do see here, Cancer, a lot of you kind of identifying what has been the problem or the source of your stress this week. I feel like that's kind of the main message coming up here for Cancers. It's like there has been something that has been a major stressor for me, but you're going to have that identification this weekend. So it could be lack of sleep. It could be a specific person. It could be a job. It could be a habit. It could be somebody's tone with you. Who knows? But as you identify what that is, you completely say, all right, time to go ahead and take a step back, time to distance myself, and time to get what I need instead. And like I mentioned, Cancer, 10 of Wands in reverse showing up here for the outcome. This represents you're going to be feeling a heck of a lot better moving into your weekend, you know? So if you need more rest, get some sleep. If you need to feel like if you need to cut somebody off because they're too toxic, cut them off and you'll be happier. You know, if you need a break from somebody who's been so draining, take that break from that person. Cancer, this weekend, don't be afraid to give yourself what it is you genuinely need at the end of the day. That's going to be the most important key here at this time, okay? So Cancers, you're definitely looking towards a much better weekend in regards to feeling more rejuvenated and feeling more positive, but it's going to have to require you making that judgment call and taking action to remove yourself from whatever here is causing chaos in the first place. So definitely do keep that in mind, okay? If you want to be able to do better for yourself, or if you want to be able to prioritize what you need, you have to be willing to remove yourself from what might be messing up your needs or messing with your needs here overall at this time, okay? All right, Team Cancer, definitely take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but guys, I appreciate you so much coming out here nonetheless. Thank you, Team Cancer. So we did start out here with Cancerian for the first sign for today. So water signs went up first. Let's go ahead and do water. We'll do water, fire, air, earth, just to make it, you know, like an easy lineup for me to remember. So getting on into our fire, we're going to go ahead here and check out Team Ram Fam and see what's popping in here for our Aries gang. What do we got going on here, baby? Message is showing up here for Team Aries. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Sorry, 72 hours. What do we got going on here for the Ram Fam? What's showing up here for Aries in the next 72? Hey, Chloe, what's going on? Happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. Thank you. I hope you do as well, Chloe. Really appreciate that. Hi, Carol. Happy to see you too. What's going on? Mark, you said that's so true. Happy to resonate with you. And Jennifer and April, how's it hanging? Thank you guys for coming on in. What's going to be going on here for Aries in the next 72 hours? Let's go ahead and take a look. Team Ram Fam, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves one last and final shuffle. And we'll see what's up. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome stuff. Aries, overall energy for you is going to be the Page of Wands. You could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign like a fellow Aries, a Sagittarius, a Leo. Looking at the current energy, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, what you're dealing with at this time, 10 of Wands in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for the Aries peeps is going to be the Magician in the upright position. So let's go ahead here and check it out. You could be dealing with a Virgo because we do have the Magician coming into play for you, but Aries, Page of Wands here, and the 6 of Pentacles reversed. I think that right now, you're not on the same page with someone else, so I feel like you are putting your attention somewhere else. So right now, Aries, let's give an example. Maybe somebody likes you, but you're not interested in them in that retrospect. Therefore, you could be kind of just choosing to put your attention elsewhere. I get this feeling where it's like you're not on the same page with somebody, but how do I explain this? You're not on the same page with somebody, Aries, but it's almost as if it feels easier to make them happy, because if you're not making them happy, then you feel burdened by their reaction to you not making them feel happy. Ooh, we're going to get deep with this one. This is not going to resonate to everybody, but I'm going to go ahead and try to convey this as best as I can. You're in a place where mentally you're somewhere else. Page of Wands here says you have different interests. You want to be focused on other things. You want to be focused on other people. But someone over here, I feel, could be very needy. and they want your time, they want your energy, they want your investment, but you don't want to give that to them. But it almost kind of feels to me like you feel forced to, Aries, because it's like if I don't give this person the attentiveness and the energy that they want, it feels to me like then their reaction is something that's really hard for you to deal with, because it feels like somebody's a really heavy burden if you're not making them happy or if you're not giving them what they want. This could be the same situation that aligns with romance that I see people get into sometimes, where you're not interested in this person romantically, but they're interested in you. And it's like if you don't show them love and affection, even though you're not interested, at the end of the day, they can have a very negative response. But the truth is, Aries, is that you have to be willing to put yourself first. You have to be willing to say, screw their reaction. Their reaction is their own situation that they need to deal with. Their reaction is their responsibility. And them not being able to understand that you're not on that same wavelength and them not being able to accept that is not a responsibility of your own, and it is not a burden for you to be bearing. It is their own burden for them to carry and bear, and it is their own responsibility. So what I feel here for you guys is looking at the outcome. Magician, you're showing up in a situation you don't want to be part of, right, Aries? You're showing up in a situation you don't want to be involved in, but I think that you're doing that out of fear of either hurting someone, letting them down, or the reaction that they continue to protrude towards you. But at the end of the day, they're the people that are accountable for themselves and their actions. And if they cannot accept rejection, that's not on you, that's on them. And that's the major point that I'm trying to bring to the table here. You know, maybe somebody here wants to be friends with you, but you've kind of made it apparent and clear that you're not interested in friendship, you're interested in other things. But at the end of the day, maybe this individual keeps on kind of bothering you, or maybe somebody here is very clingy and they're not accepting rejection and they keep on trying and trying and trying, and you almost feel pressured to give in to this individual. And that's not fair on your part. That's not fair for you to feel pressured. So Aries, in situations and scenarios like this, my best advice always is that they need to learn to accept what it is if you are not on the same exact wavelength as them. If you and somebody are not resonating and you've said your piece and you've said how you feel and they can't take the hint or they can't accept the rejection that's showing up here at this time, it is not your responsibility to make somebody else happy in that retrospect. So my best advice here for any Aries peeps is definitely tell this person how you feel if you haven't already. I do kind of feel for the vast majority of you watching, if this is your storyline, you've told this person how you felt. But if they can't accept the fact that you don't want what they want, it's not on you once again, Aries, it's on them. And you have to be willing to make yourself happy. You have to be willing to go after what you're interested in. And you shouldn't feel burdened because somebody here can't be accepting that you just don't feel the same way. It's totally fine to not have the same feeling and to not feel the same way somebody else feels about you. You know? So Aries, don't feel pressured, or don't let this person pressure you into feeling like you need to be doing X, Y, and Z for them. You deserve your own happiness, and at the end of the day, their feeling showing up over here is their responsibility, but most importantly, their reaction here is their responsibility. And if they react to you negatively because you're not giving them what it is they want, that is going to be up to them. It is not up to you, nor is it on you, okay? Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. I feel like I might be slightly overcomplicating the reading. Hopefully I'm not. And it might sound like I'm coming off harsh, but it's something that's incredibly true, because I've been in situations like this before too, where people are expecting me to do X, Y, and Z, and I felt pressured to do it for them. Otherwise, their reaction was kind of shitty, but at the end of the day, that wasn't fair to me. I should be able to tell somebody no, and they should be able to respect that, right? So embrace your power of no, embrace the fact that you have different feelings, and at the end of the day, if this person resonates with it, that's great. If they don't, it's going to be up to them to learn to figure it out without you. Point blank, period. Okay? All right, Team Ram Fam. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but I appreciate you coming out here so much nonetheless. Don't allow yourself to give in to the pressure here, and don't allow yourself to get drained over something where this is just a person not understanding your boundaries, let alone not accepting how you truly feel. You can put yourself at the top of the priority chain here in this scenario, okay? All right, Aries, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we just finished up here our Aries. We also did our Cancer previously. We're now going to go ahead and hop on into our air signs in just a second. But damn, we're starting off, huh? That Aries reading was a big one. That was like a big intuitive session right there. That was a lot that came out. So yeah, definitely take that one if it resonates here, Team Aries. What's going on, Mars? Hey, from New York City. What up? What's going on, Lux? How are you? Orpheus said, it's my mom. This Aries reading resonates. Very happy Money said, embracing the no. Sucks to know that someone's hurt though. You know what though? Let's have a collective conversation about that, because I think that this is super important. I think that I can understand why you said that, because that's how I was for a very big majority of my life. It sucked for me to let people down in my past, but that's exactly why I got taken advantage of so much, was because I would feel so bad. I would feel hurt knowing that I hurt somebody. And then like 9 times out of 10, people can see when you feel bad that you're hurting them, and they can take advantage of that. I've had people manipulate me in my past because they know that I felt horrible that I've hurt them, so they use that to their benefit. And the truth is that boundaries are like they're so important, and I didn't realize that growing up. You know, I used to hurt people and I would feel horrible, and I would give in to making everybody happy and give in to making everybody feel amazing, but at the end of the day, I never realized just how much I was hurting myself. I had to learn in my journey that self-care is important, and also self-prioritization is just as important too. I used to tell everybody yes because I was a yes man. That's just how I was growing up. I was a big people pleaser, but I started to realize that it's okay to let somebody else down. It might suck to hurt another person, but it's okay to do that. And in a way, it's not your responsibility for how they feel. And that might sound like I'm an asshole for saying that, but it's true. And nobody wants to ever hurt another person, but at the end of the day, you have to be willing to be honest with yourself about how you feel, and you have to be willing to be honest about how you feel with another person. And it all really just boils down to, is somebody going to be accepting of rejection, or are they not going to be accepting of it? Because in the scenarios where people aren't accepting of the rejection, those are the people that will go out of their way and be manipulative, right? And take advantage of situations. For people that can genuinely accept it, then that's a good situation to be involved in. So yeah, it took me a long time to kind of learn that it's okay to hurt somebody in a way, especially if you're not talking about, like, I'm not saying intentionally hurt a person, but it's okay to, you know, not like somebody back romantically. If it hurts them, I'm sorry to hear that, but it's okay that that happens, you know? It is what it is, you know? So that's one of those things that I had to learn for a long time. And I think that, yeah, what Sylvia said here, 100%, I agree that we have to put ourselves first. If we don't, who will? 100%. If you don't put yourself first, you're always going to be in last place. And it's totally fine, by the way, too, guys, to prioritize other people. I don't want everybody to think, hey, we all need to be selfish and be about ourselves. But if other people are spending their time focusing on what's going to make them happy and benefit them, then they're focusing on themselves. They're not focusing on you, you know? So it does suck it does suck to hurt another person, but sometimes it's okay, especially if that's not your intention. You know, we all get hurt, and that's fine too. But I was just trying to make that point because I remember just being younger, like my biggest fear was hurting somebody else. So that's why I stood involved in situations that made me so unhappy, because I was fearful of hurting somebody else. But sometimes you just have to, because you have to be willing to make yourself happy and stop hurting your own self. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. You know? Very Happy Monday said, thanks, Anna. It helps to hear that. You're very welcome. I hope that that made sense. Like I said, guys, I'm not trying to come across as like an asshole in the slightest of ways. I'm just trying to be as genuine as I can about that, because it took me a long time to realize that, you know? I was so fearful of hurting people for the longest time, but I'm like, sometimes it's necessary so that they can understand that you're just not on the same wavelength as them, you know? Learning how to accept and embrace rejection was a massive thing for me too growing up that I needed to learn how to do. But once you learn how to master and embrace rejection, it's a totally different ball game in your life, you know? Really, really is. Took you 41 years to quit being a yes person, Billy. Well, you know what? You quit it though, right? And that's what's up. That's the most important part. Raven's right there too. Raven said it also hurts when people don't respect your boundaries. And yes, people will take advantage of your kindness if you feel bad saying no. 100% true. Yeah. I think that a lot of people who push boundaries don't understand actually sometimes about how when they push the boundaries, it can hurt the person whose boundaries they're pushing. That's very, very true as well. Excuse me, guys, 1 second. Lux said, I'm doing self-care right now, laying in bed, resting. Every muscle in your body is sore from doing construction work inside your van all week. You're cozy, relaxing, and tuning in. That's what's up, Lux. Love that for you. Yeah, that's cool, man. The van thing that you were talking about, that's definitely going to be dope, man. That's going to be a cool time. And I love renovation. It must be the Libra Moon in me. At the end of the day, like, I love, like, renovating or switching things up or building things. It's just so fun to me. So that's going to be an awesome time. And I love watching those van tours, by the way, like, especially with the people who, like, make the vans to like live on the road and stuff like that. I love watching how they do it. It's so fucking cool, man. Justin said, embrace your inner asshole, brother. Be the nicest asshole there is. Listen, I think sometimes being an asshole could be necessary, because the thing is like, not every, some people are going to perceive what you say is horrible. Other people are going to perceive it as, I get it. At the end of the day, if people could view me that way for that perspective, that's fine if they do. But I don't know. I think that when you're always in that energy of being afraid to hurt somebody, the number one person you're always going to end up hurting is yourself, because I've been through it, you know? Anytime you're always worried about hurting other people, you're always going to be the person that's going to hurt yourself, period. Point blank, period. Anyways, guys, we're getting heavy over here with this damn astrology coming up soon. We got the eclipse coming up, right? Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Lux. I appreciate that. All right, though, guys, moving on forward, though, let's get into the rest of it. We're going to go into the air signs now, and we're going to touch base here with the lovely and amazing Libra gang. So let's see what's going on here for Team Libra, baby, okay? Hold on, I got Libra and some other sign up. Libra and Taurus, my bad. Let's go see what's up with Libra, and we'll see what's going on. All right, what do we got showing up here for Team Libra, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. In the next 72 hours, what's going to be in store here, please, for the zodiac sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for you? All right, Team Libra, we're going to get ourselves here this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on here, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Libra, overall energy for you is going to be the Five of Wands in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with a fire sign like an Aries, a Sag, or a Leo. Having a look at the current energy, Queen of Cups in reverse, what you're dealing with at this time, Two of Swords in the upright, and looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Three of Cups in the reverse position as well. So, Team Libra, we got here a Five of Wands in reverse paired to a Queen of Cups reverse. I feel like you're not frustrated anymore in a situation. I'm definitely hearing you're over something here, Team Libra, coming into your weekend. You know, looking at what you're dealing with, Two of Swords. Two of Swords here could represent the energy of indecision and not really knowing where to go next. I think what's happening is that you're choosing to let go of the idea of where things have to go next. If you and somebody are in a bit of a weird place, if you are not sure where your relationship stands, I think you've tried to make strides to figure that out. I feel like you've tried to communicate to someone, where do we stand? Where are things going? They've probably left you answerless, if you will. And I think that moving into your weekend, the vibe here is like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to keep fixating on where I may stand with somebody and where we may continue to go. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of back off of this situation entirely, because I don't feel like stressing myself out about this isn't helpful to me. I also think for Libras watching too, you may feel like you're the only person stressing out about it. And naturally, when people can stress out about things, it's because they care about things. And you might feel like if the other person's not stressed about this, do they even necessarily care? So you're coming from a perspective to where it's like, I just want to drop this entirely. Am I happy with the situation? Not necessarily. Looking at the outcome here, Three of Cups reverse, you're not happy that you don't know where things are going and that things are so up in the air between you and somebody else. But I feel like you're just not going to sit here being the only person trying to put the effort in anymore to find resolution, because individual you're dealing with isn't putting in any sort of effort, I feel, moving into the weekend. And I feel like in general so far throughout the situation, they really haven't put much effort in here either. So from your perspective, Team Libra, it's kind of like something right now just isn't worth the stress. I'm done trying to figure out where we stand and where we're going. It's like, I'm not happy with the situation. Of course, I'm disappointed, but if they want to do something about it, they're going to have to come reach out to me, because I'm tired of, you know, taking that first chance. I'm tired of being the only person putting in the effort and trying to make the strides, you know? Absolutely. And I agree right here with what Justin said. Justin said, balance yourself, Libra. If they're meant to be in your life, they will follow suit. I think so too. And I think that if people really, really want to move forward with you, they're going to show you that. They're going to put forth the effort. So if it's meant to be, it's all going to work out. If this is a situation, Libra, where somebody fizzles out of your life, that's okay too. I would kind of just try to put yourself into a period of time where you can accept either way of having it work out. either this person's going to come back, things are going to work out, or this person's going to walk away. And if you can be comfortable with either possibility, you're going to find that contentness within yourself, and you're not going to be in that energy of stress here any longer, you know? So I would look at it from that perspective for sure. Okay. All right, Team Libra, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for tuning in though. Really, really appreciate you. Okay. All right, Libra. So we did our air, water, and fire. Let's go ahead and hop into the earth signs. Jumping into Team Earth sign, we're going to take a look here at Taurus and see what's rolling in here for our bull gang. So what do we got going on here for the bull gang, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What's showing up here for Team Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, my beautiful Taurus gang. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves here this last and final shuffle. And we'll see what's going on with you guys. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Taurus, overall energy for you is going to be the Seven of Wands in reverse. You could be connecting with a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo. Looking at the current energy for you, the Strength in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We got a Page of Pentacles reversed, and then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Two of Pence in the reverse position as well. All right, bull gang, we do got all cards going to be in the reversed here, all four across the board, but not always necessarily a bad thing. Seven of Wands reversed here. I like that card in the reverse position because it represents being open. Typically, Seven of Wands upright can represent being very closed off. It could represent being very, what's the word that I'm looking for here? Resistant, if you will. When you're the Seven of Wands reverse, this is the energy of not being on the defense, but being very open. I feel like you're being open to feedback. Some of you guys this weekend, you know, looking at the current energy, Strength in reverse, you're being really open here with somebody. But it's interesting because it's like, how do I explain this read? Taurus, you have heard so much from someone about how closed off you are and how you're not open to this and you're not open to that. But then when you start to open yourself up to this person, they're not providing much. Looking at the outcome, Page of Pentacles reversed, once you open up, you're here, you're vulnerable, you're ready, and I feel like someone just doesn't deliver. And looking at the outcome for you this weekend, Two of Pentacles reversed, it's like, okay, well, I did what somebody wanted me to do to become more open and more vulnerable, but as I've taken the time out here to do that, I don't feel like somebody here is stepping up. So maybe you're connecting with a romantic partner here, and you've been asking someone at the end of the day, you've been asking your person, you know what? All right, I'll be open for you because you've been wanting me to be more open, more vulnerable, but then you open up to your person, you're more vulnerable, and then you feel like your person here is not making any sort of moves on that. So that could be happening in a romantic relationship in a romantic sense. Maybe a friend's been asking you to be open and you open up and then suddenly they're not really bringing anything to the table either. So it's a bit of a weird feeling. I feel like someone was asking you to be vulnerable, you're taking the time to do it, but now they're not really rolling with it. It feels like they're kind of distant. And what frustrates you is like, okay, I took the time to do what you asked. It wasn't necessarily the easiest of tasks, but as I've told you, or as you've asked this for me, I did it for you, you know? So it kind of feels like somebody's been trying to open you up. You took the time to do it, Taurus. It wasn't easy. It was a difficult task. But now that you're open, vulnerable, and here, it feels like they're just very, very distant. And now you're kind of confused as to why. So it's tough, you know? It makes you feel some type of way. It's like, I took the time to do this for you, but now you're kind of nowhere to be found. So I think right now you're just in a little bit of a weird spot, wondering what's going on and what's going to be happening here next. Yeah, you know, we got the Devil in reverse showing up here. We got we got the World card showing up here. It's like you're starting to wonder, like, was there a point to open up to somebody if they're not willing to open up back towards me or be willing to even be around? So it's kind of a weird feeling. I'm trying to explain this reading better for you guys because I feel like I'm explaining it in a very poor manner. It looks to me like somebody wanted you to open up. You opened up to them. You got real, you got raw, you got honest. And then as soon as you did, it just feels like they're not around anymore. And it's like, that's uncomfortable to me. I took the time to do that. It wasn't easy. So I feel like from your perspective, Taurus, you're a little annoyed. You're peeved. You know, it wasn't easy for you to open up. You know, you've been on the defense. You've had your reasons. You've gone through shit. And as soon as you open up to this person, it's like, where are they? They seem to be gone. So that's uncomfortable for you because it's like, from me opening up and you not being here, that makes me feel some type of way that you didn't like what you heard or like what you saw, you know? And I can understand where you're coming from here too. What I would say though, Taurus, is I would say try to have a conversation with this person. Definitely have a heart-to-heart with them and ask them what they feel. Ask them why they've been distant and why they haven't communicated towards you. I think that could definitely be a pretty big help. and I would take it from there. I wouldn't have any sort of assumptions just yet. I would wait to hear from this person, okay? All right, Team Taurus. Really interesting reading. Honestly, probably not going to resonate with the vast majority of you, and that's totally okay. But if it is your story, I would give this person some time. I would reach out to them and ask them what's going on and why they haven't been around. But I would wait and see where this goes, okay? All right, Taurus, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Definitely take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't, okay? All right, my bull gang, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our lovely Taurus peeps. Thank you so much for popping on in. So we also finished up our first batch of zodiac signs. So we'll be hopping into our second batch here shortly. By the way, I do want to say, Marlene, what's up? What's up? What's up? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning on in. Ashley, welcome. You said Aries, bro, is so on point. I love you, dude. You rock. Thank you. Much love to you too. Appreciate you tuning in. Raven said Libras are 100 or 1,000% focused on all things. You do you. Don't get it twisted. Flowing in over here. All love. Aries message was a needed one. Got you, Andrea, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I think that maybe the one misconception people are getting from the Aries reading is that I'm telling you to hurt people. I'm not telling anybody to hurt anybody. But what I am telling people in that Aries message is that you are not responsible all the time if somebody gets hurt, that you don't give them what they want. That is the complete different story. Let's say, for example, that I come up to one of you guys and I say, I want $100 right now. And you tell me, no, I'm not giving you $100. At the end of the day, you know, I might be annoyed about it. I might be mad about it. I might be hurt about it, but that's not your responsibility. You did not technically go out of your way to hurt me. You know, my own reaction is my own responsibility. And I think that that was the point I was trying to make throughout the Aries reading. So I'm not saying over here, yeah, it's fine to go ahead and hurt people. But if people don't respect boundaries, and if people don't accept rejection, them getting hurt is not on you. That is on them. And that is the truth, for sure. For sure, for sure. All right. All right, though, guys, we're going to go ahead and keep it moving forward shortly. Just going to take a small break before we continue. I don't know. I feel like nobody's going to resonate with that Taurus reading. I don't know, man. That Taurus reading, I feel like I explained it so poorly. You resonate with the Aries reading too, Raven? Yeah, that reading was the reading of the day, man. That one got super deep. Super duper deep. But yeah, hopefully that Taurus reading made sense to somebody who was watching. Because it's like, why would you open up to somebody after they've asked you to and then suddenly they're gone? Like, that would make a person feel a type of way. So I feel like any Taurian who's going through that's kind of confused right now about like where they stand with somebody. And I would, like I mentioned to Taurians, I was like, I would just reach out to them and wait and see what they said, you know? I wouldn't make any sort of assumptions yet, but I can understand why they might feel some type of way. By the way, hi, Lila. If I didn't say hi already, hello, hello. Scorpio will be coming up soon, Drew. Thank you for stopping by, though. Really, really appreciate you. Happy Friday to you as well, Beth. Thank you so much for stopping on by. Hey, hey, hey. Aries Sun, Big Facts. What up, Hopeful? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing great. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, Dino, for subscribing. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You said you'll wait for the rising sign. LOL. Gotcha. What's going on, Nina? How are you? Appreciate you tuning on in. All right, though, guys, let's get back on into it, though. So we did do water, fire, air, earth. Going back to our water signs, let's look at the birthday peeps, baby, and see what's popping on in here for our lovely and amazing Scorpio gang, okay? Let's see what's up. Scorpio, I want to wish you a happy birthday and a happy Scorpio season. Hope it's going well for you guys, and let's see what's up. What do we got going on here for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be in store here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right. Let's go ahead and see what's up. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome sauce. Scorpio, overall energy for you is going to be the Empress in reverse. You could be connecting with a Libra for a few of you. Having a look at the current energy, we do have here a 5 of Cups, what it is you're dealing with. Queen of Wands, though. Okay, and having a look here at the outcome for you guys. Yes, sir. We got here a 3 of Cups showing up here for you. So things definitely feel a little bit better. I do see here with the Empress reversed here to the 5 of Cups, you might be in a situation right now where some of you are a little bit bummed at how a situation isn't growing how you would like it to. to, but I feel like you're starting to recognize that it's okay if something here isn't going exactly according to plan. I talk about this a lot on my channel because we all have wants, desires, and things of that nature. We all want certain things to go according to the way we plan them to be, but sometimes there's so many situations that are out of our control that we can't control them. And if we can't control them, we shouldn't worry about them, right? The last thing a person wants to do is take on the burden of trying to control something that's beyond their control, right? Let's say, okay, it's gonna rain today. You hate the fact that it's gonna rain, but you know what? If you can't control the weather, you might as well not stress about it. You might as well bring a raincoat and an umbrella, you know? So that's kind of like the situation I'm seeing showing up here, where it's like you're disappointed about something that's beyond your control, but you know what? I'm not going to go ahead anymore and keep trying to, control it. I'm going to let it simply be. There's no point to stress about something that I cannot change. And I see you really embracing that energy here coming into your weekend. Now, looking at what you're dealing with, Queen of Wands, I think you're also recognizing too, in reference to everything else, Queen of Wands, that's within your power, that's within your control. It's going pretty damn well for you, Scorpio. So I almost feel like you're choosing to switch your focus here. Remember, where your attention goes is where energy flows. If we focus our attention onto the things that we're unhappy with, we're going to create that unhappy energy. But if we put our attention into the things that we're happy with within our lives, the things we're proud of, the things we're excited about, we're going to start to see that positivity flow on in. So once again, where attention goes is where energy flows. And looking at the outcome for you being the Three of Cups, that's exactly the point and exactly the case. Coming into your weekend, Scorpio, you're redirecting your attention. I can focus on the things I cannot change and be upset at the fact that I can't change them. Or what I can do instead is allow myself to accept the things I cannot change and focus on the good stuff that's within my power that's going well for me instead. And that's the standpoint that I'm seeing coming up here into your weekend. And that's how you're turning your energy right around, okay? So I like that, Scorpio. Definitely going to be a much better vibe here going into your weekend. Things are looking quite well. All right, Scorps, take that if it resonates, baby. Thank you. Of course, leave it if it doesn't. And happy birthday to the lovely Scorpio gang, okay? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our water. Let's hop on into our fire, baby. Going into the fire signs, we're going to check out Team Leo and see what's up here for you. So what do we got going on for Leo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Leo, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72, almost at 24, 72 hours. All right, my Lion gang, let's get our last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on with you, babe. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome stuff. Leo, overall energy for you is going to be the Chariot. So you could be connecting here possibly with a Cancer for a few of you. Taking a look at the current energy, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, what you're dealing with, Knight of Wands in reverse, and looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Nine of Cups in the upright position. So let's go ahead and see this one. What's going on here for Team Leo? You could be connecting with a Cancer. You might also be dealing with an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or a fellow Leo at this time. Now the Chariot to the Wheel of Fortune reversed. If something here isn't changing, you're going to go ahead and change it instead, is what I feel very, very strongly for you, Leo. So if someone here is not willing to change a situation, you're taking this into your own hands. Looking at what you're dealing with right now, Knight of Wands reversed, someone here is stagnant. Let's say, for example, Leo, that you've been waiting to hear back from somebody in regards to a job. Maybe you've had a job interview lined up. You've been waiting to get a date from this person forever. At the end of the day, they never gave you that date. You might say, okay, it's out of my hands in regards to getting the date coming in from this person, but I'm just going to go say, fuck it. Let me put this into my hands. Let me go to the store myself. Let me talk to a different manager and set up my interview instead. You know, maybe somebody said they're going to do X, Y, and Z for you. You've waited forever. They've been stagnant. Screw it. I'm going to go ahead and do it for myself instead. You know, I feel that energy really showing up strongly for you this weekend, where it's like, I'm not going to rely on a stagnant energy any longer. If I can take something into my own hands and do it instead for me, I'm not going to sit here and wait. I'm going to go ahead and get things done. So you might start seeing that maybe you're switching people that you work with. If you have like a business partner who's stagnant, you could be switching your business partners. If you've been waiting on a friend to do something with you, you might take another friend instead. If you've been waiting to hear back from someone, you might be saying, screw it, I'm just going to do what I wanted to do anyways. So I feel like that's going to be a very prominent vibe coming into your weekend here, Leo, because looking at the outcome here, 9 of Cups, it's like you're looking to do what you wanted to do because it was going to bring in fulfillment. And if somebody here is taking their, their sweet time, or if somebody here is making no moves, it's like, I'm not going to wait on somebody to get to where I want to go. Point blank period. Maybe you've been wanting to go see a movie forever, and you and your friend have these plans, but your friend keeps on dodging you. Screw it, I'm gonna go see that movie by myself, or I'm gonna bring my mom, or I'm gonna bring my other friend. At the end of the day, why wait when this individual had every opportunity to be willing to work with me, right? So I feel that being the vibe here for you, and this can resonate to like very minimal things, like I mentioned, a movie. Maybe somebody is just dodging your calls and you're like, screw it, I'm gonna see the movie by myself. Or this could be about work, a job, it could be about anything. But I feel like you're at that point, Leo, where it's like stagnancy is just something that it's hard for you to tolerate right now at this point in your life, because you've dealt with stagnancy in a lot of different areas and you are on go, go, go mode. It's like, if you're going to set out to do something, see it through. And if somebody else isn't going to see it through, you're not going to be the person here waiting. You're all about that action. You're all about staying in motion and building momentum. So I feel that here very strongly for you. Definitely take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But Team Leo, I appreciate y'all coming out here nonetheless, And oh boy, does that resonate, man. Not at this current time, but that resonates in a lot of moments in my life. I used to wait for everybody. I remember, like, if I had plans to go do something with a certain person, I would tolerate them dodging me a bajillion times, to the point where I eventually caved in and said, fuck it, I'm going to do this myself, And by the way, Marlene said, Russ, Do It Myself. That's the song that came to mind for this Leo reading. I love Russ, by the way, Marlene. Russ is an amazing human and a great ass rapper, okay? So perfectly fitted song for Team Leo. But yeah, I've been there before too, guys, and I can understand the frustration, because it's not fair when somebody says, yeah, I'm going to do this for you, and then they continuously don't. It's not fair to wait on somebody when they said they were going to follow through with what they didn't end up following through with. So totally understandable. But yeah, interesting one, Leo. Take that if it resonates, okay? All right, hopping on into the air signs now, guys. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Gemini gang. What's going to be popping here, baby? Message is showing up here for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What's going on here for Team Gemini, please? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Gemini, we're going to go ahead and get a couple more shuffles over here, and we'll see what's up with you guys. Hopefully, we are looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Gemini, overall energy for you is going to be the 10 of Cups in reverse. Having a look at the current energy, we do have here the 3 of Wands, what it is you're dealing with, World in reverse, and looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position. So let's see what's up here for you at this time. Team Gemini, you got a 10 of Cups reversed, you got a 3 of Wands here. I think that you are at a point where you're tired of waiting for a situation to improve and become fulfilling. I think you've given someone, because I'm hearing the benefit of the doubt. I'm hearing that you've given someone the benefit of the doubt very, very frequently and for a very long extended period of time. So you've given that out, and things still haven't changed. Looking at what you're dealing with, World reversed, there hasn't been a change. Things have been remaining very constant. And looking at the outcome here being the Knight of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed here represents, once again, the energy of something being stuck, the energy of something not moving. So you've been waiting for somebody to change in the format and the ways that they said they would. Maybe you are dealing with a partner and they said they would change their ways, but it appears to be quite the opposite. Maybe they're stuck in their ways. Maybe a friend told you they were going to change something about how they've behaved and how they've acted towards you. Maybe somebody at work said that they were going to change something for you and they never did it, right? So I think right now it's like, I'm not going to sit here and keep waiting for something to turn around when there's been so much time for that to happen. Because you're dealing with a situation, Gemini, that's beyond your control. It's going to be within somebody else's power. But it's almost as if from your perspective, it's like if they would have changed, they would have already done it by now. So why keep waiting for things to get better? Maybe this is just how things are going to be. So I feel like you're kind of accepting that right now. maybe accepting that something might not change. And I feel like you're not allowing yourself here to continue to stress about it going forward. And to a degree, if you're dealing with a situation that makes you unhappy, you might not continue to stay involved in that situation if things don't change. You know, maybe this is a work thing. Your boss said, oh yeah, I'm going to change your schedule. I'm going to get the schedule that works for you. I'm going to make sure you get the pay that works for you. And maybe it's been 6 months later and there still has been 0 changes. Gemini, you might be saying, okay, it's time for me to walk away from this job because they clearly don't tailor to their word. I need to find what's going to work for me, not what's going to make me unhappy, not what's going to make me miserable. That could definitely be how it could resonate to you, but this can apply to anything as always, friends, family members, lovers, etc. So yeah, I think you're at that point, Gems, where it's like, I can't keep waiting and thinking that this is going to change. It would have changed by now if that would have been the case. All right, Gems, do take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But guys, thank you so much for coming out here nonetheless. I really do appreciate you. Okay, all right, Gemini, we're keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our gems. We're going to hop on into our earth signs in just a second. Marlene said, OMG, you actually know who he is. Fuck yeah, a lot of people don't, and I love his stuff. I love Russ. I always have. And a lot of people, for some reason, are on like this bandwagon of like, fuck Russ for some reason. But first of all, my man makes his own beats. My man makes his own songs. He produces everything himself, does everything himself. He's a real ass artist, okay? And Russ has genuinely really good music. And trust me, I will be turning up to Russ music on the daily, okay? So you can catch me turning up to Russ any day, man. Good dude, genuine dude. Fuck with him heavy, for sure. But yeah, I love Russ, man. I've been listening to Russ, I think, probably since back like 2014, 2013-ish. So yeah, Russ is a cool ass dude. You know, Jennifer said Cancer dealing with the Gemini. He wanted to find himself, so I backed off. Did nothing for himself. Now the Gemini wants the Cancer. That's a tough situation too, right? Understandably so, Jennifer, where it's like people are like, okay, well, I want to take some time to find myself. But if they choose not to really do anything with that time, it's a tough one to deal with for sure. Understand where you're coming from, though. Definitely. All right, though, guys, before we continue, just give me a sec. We'll go ahead and finish up the Earth, or we'll hop on into the Earth in a few. We already did for Earth signs Taurus, so the next sign will be Virgo, so do stay patient, guys, okay? Jessica said, Ant, your hair looks like a unibrow. Stop. Don't I look like Squilly in Fancy Pants right now? From SpongeBob? Look at me. There you go. Yeah, I got my little freaking blonde hair sticking out of my beanie. Ugh. Sometimes I probably look like I have no eyebrows because my beanie's down here like this. Your hair is getting so long. It's not even that long yet, but I go through freaking phases, guys, where it's like I enjoy my hair being super long. Then it gets to a point where I'm like, I just want to cut it short again, and then I regret cutting it short because I should have just continued to grow it out. I don't know. My hair has always been a weird thing for me. Like, I just don't know how to style it in a way that I genuinely like it. So I just like never do it. I never pay attention to my hair. Literally. Unless it's like a fresh cut, then it's easy to style. But then when it gets long, it's like it needs to be a certain length for me to really like it. Otherwise, then I'm just bored, you know? Hello, Pisces love. How's it hanging? Thank you so much for tuning on in. I am well. I hope you're well as well. Amy, what's going on? Hello. Marlene said he's underrated. He's very underrated for sure. Happy full moon this weekend with an eclipse. Thank you. Same to you, Amy. Right here, period. That's what's up, Lila. Yeah, friggin' this. So yeah, full moon showing up here this weekend and the eclipse. I have felt that energy all week, though. I don't know about you guys, but it's definitely felt very, very dramatic, to say the least. Like in terms of how people are reacting, responding, like there's a lot of drama going on in life. Now, for me personally, I don't give a shit about drama. I usually stay out of drama, but I'm just looking at like my friend circle and friend group, and people are dealing with this, and this person did that, and this person did that, and I'm looking around and I'm just like, yo, everyone's going absolutely feral right now. Absolutely feral, man. Glad I caught it. I'm glad you came out. Sierra, what's up? Amazing Cancer reading. Happy to hear that, my darling. Thank you for tuning on in. I'm sorry to hear that, Pisces love. I hope that those get resolved relatively quickly. Definitely sending you some love and sending you some healing too as well, okay? So take care of yourself, Pisces love. Sylvia said, I'm excited for the full moon. Like I should light a fire and dance around it and chant. That would be fun, right? I like that. What I like a lot is I do enjoy full moon rituals. I'm not much of a new moon ritual type of person, but full moons are very fun for me because they're like a purge fest. So I love getting the notepad out and kind of writing what I intend to release. Sometimes I take everything that I intend to release, I rip the page out and I burn it and kind of put it in like a cauldron and burn it just to like let that energy go into the moonlight. That's a super fun ritual to do. So there's tons of awesome rituals to do, guys, by the way, with any sort of lunar cycle. So if you're ever interested, you can find so many of them on the internet. Pick one that resonates with you. It's fun to charge your crystals in the moonlight too. So I actually prefer doing full moon crystal chargings more than doing like sun charging. It's a really powerful time too. You know, Jennifer said, I have a house full of teenagers, so I know the drama. Understandable. I remember when I was a teen, I was full of drama. Okay. When you're a teenager, you are the drama. You know? Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Really, really appreciate you. All right, though, guys, let's get on into the Earth sign. So going into Earth now, like I mentioned, we're going to take a look here at Team Virgo. So let's go ahead and get it popping. Let's see what's up with our Virgo gang, baby. Message showing up here for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. What do we got in store here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Virgo in the next 24? Let's go ahead and check it out, everybody. What do we got going on with you? Starting out with the overall energy for you. We have here the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Having a look at the current energy, we got the Chariot in reverse, what you're dealing with, Virgo. We have here the Ace of Wands. And then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Three of Swords in the upright positions. Oh, excuse me, guys. So let's go ahead and see what's up. Four of Pentacles reversed here, Chariot reversed here. I do get the sense here for your next 72, guys, you're kind of going to be in a position this weekend where you're letting something go, but I feel like it's difficult. Like you might be having troubles moving on from something. I think because you want to reinvent whatever this is. Here's the thing, Virgo. There's two choices. Do I move on from a scenario or do I reinvent it? Do I quit a business or do I rebrand the business? Do I walk away from this relationship? Do I try to have a clean slate? That's where the Two of Swords comes into play here. That's where you're stuck. Do I reinvent? Do I move on? I feel like the idea of moving on is definitely something that hurts you. Looking at the outcome being the Three of Swords, the idea of moving on from something right now definitely isn't, I feel, ideal. I don't think it's what you want to do or what you're looking forward to doing. So if that happens to be the case for you, I would say why not try to go towards reinvent, Team Virgo? Let's say, for example, we're talking about business. Maybe you started a business, you love it, you put hours into it, you've put so much time and money into it, and you've been frustrated with the state of your business. You can, if you wanted to, walk away from the business and do something less stressful, or you can say, all right, let's try to rebrand this. Let's try to actually do something so different than how I was doing it now. Let's rebrand the way I do business, the way I conduct business. Let's get a new logo. Let's find a new slogan. Let's maybe find new people to work with together, right? At the end of the day, sometimes rebranding really is a make or break to see something in your life really flourish and change in a positive way. And that can be anything, you know, especially in relationships. Sometimes you put a lot of hours into relationships with people and there can be a part of you that's going to be upset about walking away. Well, why not try starting new? Why not try having a clean slate? Let's start over. Let's really start from the beginning and see where we can go this time. Maybe we can get it right this time, right? So what I would say here for you actually, Virgo, is if you're kind of caught between needing to rebrand a situation or walk away from a situation because you're unhappy with the state of whatever this is, my advisory would be try rebranding it first before you walk away. You never know. Starting fresh and starting new really can be helpful sometimes, and it really can be a massive, massive change and a massive, massive step in the right direction for whatever this may be. So whether you need to rebrand a business, rebrand a friendship, rebrand a romantic relationship, I would focus on what could I do if I had a fresh start? What could I do right? What could I do better? How could this be the best thing ever? How could this be the best business ever, the best relationship ever, however it applies to you? I feel like if you can focus in that direction, you can really recreate something in a very powerful way. Okay? So if the idea right now of walking away from something hurts you, try to dip into that rebranding, give something a new chance, and see where it can go, Team Virgo. Don't quit just yet, okay? All right, Virgo gang, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you so much for tuning on in, okay? All right, everybody, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, And moving forward, baby. So we finished up our second batch of signs. We'll be hopping on into our last and final batch shortly, guys. What's going on, Catherine? Happy lunar eclipse soon in Taurus. Well, is it in Taurus? That's cool. Either way, you said watching at work, no one tell, LOL. So happy I was able to catch the live. Huge fan. Your messages always hit different and appreciate you. Well, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. No worries. I ain't telling your boss. But I appreciate you tuning in and watching. That's awesome. Shout out to you. Amy, you said, I'm gonna make moon water. Make sure you use pure water or distilled water, anything free of fluoride. Yes, absolutely. Moon water is something I've never tried. I've been interested in it though, so that might be something that I do try inevitably, but we'll see though. We'll see. Amy said don't charge crystals or make moon water during an eclipse. Interesting. Why is that? Sylvia said, I never tried charging my crystals in the moonlight. I might try it. I've charged my drinking water, though. That's supposed to be healing. Actually, what's very powerful is water itself, right? Because water can retain so much energy. When you think about it, right, they say that humans are, 70% water. We're all energy at the end of the day. But it's very, very interesting. And I have a video on my channel from years back, 4, maybe 5 years ago now. And it was, I think it's called like manifesting with water. And what I taught you guys to do, I might have called it like a spell, but it's like literally alchemy. What I might have taught you guys was, or what I did, basically the premise of that video is get a glass of water. And what you're going to do is you're going to start putting your energy into the water. And if you put energy into water, it's insane. It's amazing. If you literally put love into the water, just put your hands over the cup of water, start feeling love, start pouring love into that. When you consume it, you're literally going to be consuming the energy you've placed into that water. Just as if you're really angry and you're holding water, as you're gulping down that water, you're gulping down anger. So it's very, very interesting that you can put your energy into that into things. And most importantly, you can put your energy into water, as water is very receptive of it. That's why I made like this manifestation video where I was like, write out an intention of what you want to manifest, tape it to like a bottle of water, a glass of water, and put your intention into that water. And when you're done, drink that water, chug that water, and it's going to be amazing how quickly your intention manifests because you're consuming the energy that you've placed into it. So it's very, very wonderful and amazing. Definitely do give it a try for anybody who's ever interested. But yeah, I love charging my water with like love and positive intentions and good energy. That's something I always try to do when I'm consuming water in general. So it's a very, very powerful technique, and it's very, very true. Hey, what's going on, Wilma? How are you? You said happy Halloween, peeps. I know it's coming up, man. It's going to be Tuesday. Halloween is coming up. I'm excited. I think what I'll do for Tuesday, hopefully I remember, I think I'll wear my costume. It's not really a costume, guys. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it is it's my favorite Disney character. All right. And it's pretty much a onesie. So I'll probably wear it on Tuesday. Many of you may already know who it is, especially as it's somewhere around this room. I don't think you can actually see it. I think it's at the bottom, but regardless, that's going to be fun, and it's going to be comfy because I'm going to be in a onesie. So I'll probably do that on Tuesday. That'll be super exciting. But I'm hyped for Halloween this year, man. I need to go buy some candy for myself because unfortunately there's no trick-or-treaters that come to my apartment building, but I will take the candy gladly for myself and my partner. Oh, gotcha, Phoenix Rising. So some people refrain from charging things during solar or lunar eclipses because it's thought that the energy is compromised due to the awkward positions of the moon and sun. Amy said because the energy of the eclipse that it puts out and it also hides. Okay, understandable. So yeah, so it's like, because it's not necessarily a natural cycle. So you don't want interference. That makes a lot of sense. For sure, for sure. Oh, Jennifer got it. Yeah, Jennifer, you got it. So yeah, that'll be fun. I got to remind myself on Tuesday to do that. That's going to be super, super fun. It definitely will be. I got to clean it because I wore it for a Halloween party last weekend. So I got to make sure this weekend when I do laundry, I got to make sure to clean it. But yeah, I'm excited. So that's what we'll do for Tuesday. Raven said, I tell so many random objects that I love them all the time. You know what's really fascinating? There was an experiment that some scientists did. I can't quote you on the person who did it. But plants carry so much energy, by the way. And plants really react to positive and negative energy. So the scientist did an experiment where there were plants in one corner, and the scientist did nothing but give those plants negative energy constantly. Would berate the plants, yell at the plants. Sounds kind of funny. But he would, or she would, I don't remember who the scientist was, but the scientist in general would just throw all the negativity at these plants. On the other side, these plants would be filled with love, with positivity, with happiness. So one side of the plants was hatred and negativity. The other side was love and positivity. Can you guess what side blossomed and what side died? The negativity side got all the hate, but all the nutrients, water, and sun it needed. And still, those plants died. The positivity side got all of the nutrients it needed, all the sun, all the water, but got love instead. And that side blossomed while the side that got the negative energy died, even though it had everything that a plant needs in order to live and thrive. So it's very, very powerful. You can put energy into objects. You can put energy into things around you. But when you think about it, plants and water in itself is life, right? It's life itself. So that's what's really, really interesting about it. You got a kitty onesie, Amy? That's what's up. Yep, just as I was mentioning, Sylvia said it. Same works with plants. Some music apparently helps them grow, for sure, for sure. Yep. Hi, Soul. What's going on? You said that's funny. This whole week has been about watching my words. Yeah, definitely felt that a little bit this week, too. Definitely have. Raven said, yes, all things and people need to hear that they're loved. Absolutely. I talk to my plant like it's a human. My plant, Bonnie, her name is Bonnie. She's a giant monstera. When I see her growing, I'm like, Bonnie, you go, girl. You're living your best life, you know? So I literally will talk to my plant for sure, which is super, super funny. But yeah, everything is alive, man. Everything is life within itself for sure. All right, though, y'all. We got 4 more signs to get onto. So we're going to hop back into those and see what's up. Real quick, I just want to mention Marlene. That's cute. Marlene said, my son, when he was 6, wanted to pet plants, in his words. So I got them, and he would talk to them every morning and sit and watch them open up. It's amazing. Yeah, that's awesome. And that's beautiful. And those plants within itself are life. So that's really awesome. But pet plants is funny. I like that. That's a good energy right there. Your son's cute for that. Regardless, though, let's hop on into it, everybody. We're going to get back into the water signs. We haven't touched base yet with the Pisces, so let's see what's going on with the fish in your next 24 hours. All right, message is coming on in here for Pisces, baby. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What's going to be going on here for our beautiful fish? Message is showing up here for Team Pisces in the next 72 hours. Piscean. You did have a 6 of Pentacles come out for you. I do want to mention for you, with the 6 of Pentacles showing up, it can be about feeling like you're on the same page with somebody, or feeling like things are finally coming together. Things are starting to balance out, level out. So you might be noticing in a certain area of life that things are starting to balance out and level out for you. If that's the case, that's really awesome to see. But let's get ourselves here this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's going on here overall. Pisces, overall energy, 10 of Swords. Looking at the current energy, 6 of Cups reversed. What you're dealing with, King of Pentacles reversed. And then the outcome for Pisces is going to be the Hermit in the upright position. Cool. All right, you could be dealing with a Virgo. So Pisces, 10 of Swords coming into play here, 6 of Cups reversed. I think this weekend's going to be powerful in the sense of being able to put something in the past and leave it there. So it's going to be powerful in reference to completely moving on from a situation. Yeah, looking at what you've been dealing with, King of Pentacles reversed, I feel like you've had a difficult time for a while being able to consistently move on from something or consistently let something go, but there's something very powerful, probably the eclipse in the moon moving into the weekend, that's allowing you to have a full experience of letting go of something and not having any more emotional residue attached. This is the final time you are saying goodbye to something, and Piscean, you mean it. Whether this is you having to say the final time or the final goodbye to an ex, or the final goodbye to a situation you went through, or the final goodbye to some scenario you went through. At the end of the day here for you, the Hermit, I think you're going to be gaining wisdom this weekend that's really going to show you that it's okay to let go and make peace with something from your past, because you don't need that energy in your life going forward, and you don't need that energy in your life for the future. I feel like that's going to be your realization. What's going to help you make peace is going to be the Hermit, because there's going to be a massive realization that comes in that shows you just how this is something that should stay in my past. I don't need it for my future. I don't need it for my present. I don't need this at all. So there will be a moment coming in here where you have that realization that's going to ease you into that final goodbye. And I think it's going to be incredibly powerful. Maybe you've constantly had an on and off cycle with an ex, an on and off cycle with a friend, an on and off cycle with some scenario within the workplace, whatever it may be for you. But this will be the final goodbye. And I think that with the realization coming in here for you, it's just going to be so powerful because you're like, yeah, I finally can see so clearly that I don't need whatever this is in my life. So you can easily lay it to rest and leave something in the past, you know? So you'll be making peace here this weekend with something, Pisces. Like I always mention, it could be a multitude of things. Could be about love, could be about work, could be about a scenario, could be about what somebody said. However it applies to you, take it if it applies. If not, let it fly. But definitely understandable here, Team Pisces, okay? Cool. I like that. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we finished up our lovely and amazing water signs. Shout out to every water sign for tuning in here today. Let's go ahead and jump on into our fire. And let's take a look at Team Sagittarius, baby. We're going to see what's up. What do we got going on here for our Saggy? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What do we got going on here for Team Sagittarian, please? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus signs in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Sagittarius. Let's get our last shuffle here, guys, and we'll see what's going on. Starting out with the overall energy, we got a Knight of Wands in reverse. You might be connecting with a fire sign like an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, coming into the current energy. 7 of Pentacles in the upright. What it is you're dealing with, 3 of Pentacles in the upright, and then looking at the outcome for you, the Empress in the reverse position. All right, Team Sagittarius, let's see what's going on here for you. First and foremost, Knight of Wands in reverse here paired to the 7 of Pentacles. I definitely get the feeling here for you that you're not making a move on your investments, guys. You might be deciding to put a pause or take some time to really reconsider the types of investments and choices you're making. I do see, though, that things are working out for you. But you know what it looks like, Sagittarius? Things are working out for you, but you don't see them working out for you just yet. I'm feeling like I'm getting called by the universe to tell you to not stop what it is you're doing, because if you keep it up, you're going to see the results. This is a scenario right now where everything is working out for you, but you just can't see it yet. You need to give it a little bit more time. Let's say, for example, Sagittarius, that you've been working on yourself and you don't feel like you've been making progress. But I can guarantee from an outsider's perspective, somebody can look at you today versus the past and see tons and tons of progress. For example, it's like when people work out. Oftenly, they won't see their own progress. Maybe they've hit the gym for 4 months, they haven't seen their own progress, but friends and family will notice the difference right away. When you look at yourself in the mirror every day, it's really hard to see any sort of difference. But when people around you who haven't seen you for a while, they can pick up on the difference instantaneously. So Sagittarius, it's not like what you're doing isn't creating change. Change is most certainly happening around you, but you just haven't been able to see it just yet because it hasn't been maybe as drastic yet. So I feel like you're on a good path. I feel like the investments you're making is great. This is not the time to give up, but instead, this is the time to keep on going. The thing about growth, guys, is even if growth seems relatively small or relatively little, growth is growth, and small steps equal massive wins. Small amounts of growth equal huge change over time. So whatever's happening here, maybe you're on a health journey, a fitness journey, maybe you're on a financial journey, maybe you're on a romantic journey. I don't know what's going on because I don't know your life, but however it applies to you, my advisory is stay the course and keep doing what it is you're doing. It may not feel like you're making a massive difference just yet, but it's all going to continue to add up in due time, Team Sagittarius. So definitely a good message to keep in mind, because I think that you're going places. You might not be seeing everything working for you just yet, but believe it or not, it is working out for you. And the only way you're going to see those results is if you stay the course, not if you veer from the course, okay? So definitely something to keep in mind. Sagittarius, I feel like if you keep on doing what you're doing, you're going to see those results. All right, guys? So don't veer off course just yet, okay? All right, Sagittarius, let's keep it popping, pushing, moving forward. Take that if it resonated, leave it if it doesn't, okay? Love you guys, though, and thank you for tuning in. You know, keep on doing what you're doing, guys. There will be a difference eventually. Always remember that quote, that small steps will equal massive wins, okay? All right. By the way, Pisces Love, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You said, thanks as always, Aunt, sending you good vibes. Have an awesome weekend and take care. You too, Pisces Love. Really appreciate you. Feel better with everything that's going on. I hope everything gets resolved rather quickly. But thank you so much for your donation, dear. Thank you. And by the way, for all those people that I just saw previously subscribe, thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who subscribes to the channel. You all really mean a lot to me, so thank you for your support. All right, guys. So we have finished up our lovely fire. We've done our water, getting on into the air signs. Let's see what's up for Aquarius. Coming on into your weekend, baby. What's up? Message is showing up here for Aqua. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What information is going to be in store here, please, for Team Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. Aquarius. That was pretty quick. Let's see what's going on here for you. Overall energy is going to be the Page of Wands in reverse. Looking at your current energy, we got here the Six of Swords in reverse, what you're dealing with, Nine of Wands in reverse, and looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Five of Cups in the reverse position as well. So Team Sagittarius, let's see what's up here, babe. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome stuff. Page of Wands reversed here, Six of Swords reversed here. I think right now you're just not very interested, I think, in changing your path. Okay, Aquarius, you're not interested in changing your path or your course. You're kind of enjoying where you're at. But you know what it feels like to me, though? Looking at what you're dealing with here, Nine of Wands reversed. I feel like while you're comfortable and you're enjoying yourself and you're enjoying your life, there's somebody else over here who's trying to tell you that you need to change the way you do things. I'm getting the feeling here of somebody who might not be pleased with how you live your life, so they're trying to get you to change for them. And with all this being said here, Aquarius, with the outcome being the Five of Cups reversed, that's not going to be the case. I think what you're saying here is at the end of the day, you may want me to be living a completely different lifestyle, but I'm not going to sit here and change for nobody, because the only way I'm going to change is if I want to change for myself. So if you're happy and content with your life, why would you go out of your way to change it to tailor to what somebody else is wanting from you? Looking at the outcome being the Five of Cups reversed, yeah, you're not going to sit here and be upset about this situation because you're not going to follow through with somebody else's changes. You know, I always tell people, you have to live your life in the way that it makes you happy. You will always walk in your own shoes for the rest of your life. Nobody else will ever walk in your shoes, and nobody else can ever tell you how to live your life. So if you're happy with the way you're living it, Aquarius, live it up as best as possible. You know, I'm not sure who this person is, whether they're a friend, maybe they're a family member, like a parent, you know? There's definitely parents out there that have told their children, I don't care if you're happy living this way or that way, you better live the way I want you to live. There's parents out there that do that. There's romantic partners out there that do that. Maybe you have a passion for something. Maybe you have a passion for your work, but your partner hates your job and your partner tries to tell you, hey, change that job. Okay, at the end of the day, no. If it's what you're happy with, do you, baby. At the end of the day, it's your life to live and nobody else's, and nobody's ever going to live and walk in your shoes. So Aquarians, I feel like this weekend, if you're noticing somebody here trying to change you or somebody here trying to mold you into something that you're not, that's not going to be the case. You're going to keep on being you. And if they can't resonate with who you truly are, then that's not on you, that's on them. And at the end of the day, you're not changing for nobody unless you want to change for yourself. And Aquarius, I can respect that for sure. Definitely can, you know? And I like that you guys are choosing to live your life and however you see fit and however it makes you happy, because that's the best thing for you. All right, baby? So Team Aquarius, don't be changing for nobody. If you're happy with your life, live your best life. Point blank, period. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have touched base with all the air, all the water, and all the fire. Getting on in here to our last zodiac sign for the for the weekend read. We're going to have a look here at Capricorn and see what's going on, all right? So let's get on into it, baby. What do we got showing up here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 72 hours. What's coming into play here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus signs in the next 72 hours. All right, Team Cappy, let's go ahead and get it popping here and see what's going on. Capricorn, overall energy for you is going to be the Eight of Cups. You could be connecting here possibly with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Taking a look at the current energy, we do have here the Death card, what it is you're dealing with, King of Cups in the upright, and then looking at the outcome for Team Capricorn is going to be the Chariot in the upright as well. Capricorn, you might be connecting with a Cancer. You also could be connecting with a Scorpio. You might be dealing with either or. By the way, I was looking at the time, Capricorn, when we started your reading, and it was 1 hour and 11 minutes, and that's pretty powerful to see. So I just want to throw that out there for the Capricorns. There could be some sort of new beginning coming into play here for you. Now, we have here the Eight of Cups, and we have here the Death card. What I would say here for Capricorn peeps is that you're in a position of time right now where you know things are changing, and I feel like you're trying to walk towards embracing change a lot more. I think that Capricorns have always had structure. Capricorns are great with structure, but when it comes to change, adjusting can be a little bit awkward because Capricorns, as similarly as Cancers, we're both cardinal signs, right? So if Capricorn is cardinal earth, cardinal signs in general are different than mutable. Cardinal like structure. They like things to be very familiar, whereas a mutable can be more adaptable. So I feel here in your case here, Capricorn, it's like you have a structure showing up in your life that you see is changing. It's a little weird to get adapted to it, but I feel like you're going into this with a positive mentality. Looking at what you're dealing with here, King of Cups, that's the positive mentality that I'm speaking about. So Capricorn, if something in your life here this weekend is changing, I feel like instead of being unhappy with the change, you are trying to be adaptive and you are trying to embrace this change with full force here. You know, looking at the outcome being the Chariot card, it's like, you know what, if this is going to be what my future entails, I might as well prepare myself and I might as well do my best to adapt to it. So maybe there's changes happening to your work and you might not be fond about those changes, but at least you're trying to embrace them with a positive morale. Maybe there's changes in your relationship. Some sort of event could happen between you and your partner that is different now, but at the end of the day, you love your person and you're going to do your best to adapt and move forward. You know, so however it applies to you romantically, in regards to your job, in regards to your personal path, you know, I think you're noticing there's a change happening here that's beyond my power. But even though I enjoyed the structure I previously had, and even though it's a little bit hard to adapt, I'm going to try to adapt here with a positive morale, because if this is what my future is going to be, I might as well go ahead and embrace it. And Capricorns, I love that for you, because I know as being a cardinal water sign, a Cancer, it is not easy for me to always adapt to change. I'm not always incredibly adaptable. I'm very good with familiarity. But at the end of the day, when anybody, doesn't matter what kind of sign you are, embraces change with a positive morale, it makes the transition all the better, and it also actually makes it a lot easier to transition and adapt with a positive mentality. So Capricorns, I like that. If it resonates to you, cool. If not, no worries. But I like here that you have a positive attitude going forward into your future based upon changes that are inevitably happening here for you. Okay? All right, Team Cappy. Love it for you. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you so much for tuning on in, okay? All right, guys. And with that all being said, guys, thank you all so much, man, for coming out here to the weekend read. I appreciate the hell out of all of you. This has been a long one today. We're at like an hour and 15 minutes. So thank y'all for spending time with me today. It's really, really appreciated. And of course, if you did enjoy, definitely do let me know down in the comments down below. Definitely do hit that like button, guys. Likes really help out on the videos. So if you liked today's video, drop a like on the video. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. But yeah, man, thank you, everybody. Shout out to anyone who sent in donations today. Thank you for that. Donations help out a lot more than you know, so I appreciate your generosity. And also, if anybody wants a personal reading, first link in the description below to my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. Book me if you want a personal reading. Now, just a bit of an update of what's to come for next week. I will be finishing all of the November readings. So we got about 6 done and we got 6 more to go. So November readings will be finished by next week, and I'll be jumping into different content as well. So I'll probably get back into weeklies. Maybe I'll do a book of answers check-in. We'll see. But next week I definitely have videos planned for y'all. So stay tuned. All right. And yeah, that's pretty much the game plan, I think, for next week. Otherwise, it'll be the normal schedule with all the lives and stuff like that too. Okay. All right, though, everybody. I love you. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. You are so freaking appreciated. Sylvia said, do I do personal readings for people outside of the USA? Yes. So you can get a personal reading anywhere because it's just going to be sent. Like what I do with the personal reads is like I send you a video. So it could be all over the world. It is not a one-on-one. It is a pre-recorded video. But yes, I can do personal readings literally for anybody who lives anywhere, as long as you have an email that I can email you your reading to. And if you are wondering like how you can go about the personal reading too, everything is on the website. So everything that you want to ask, every question you want to ask, there's an answer there of how to go about it. So you'll see it there. When you go to click any of the reading styles, you'll see exactly how to go about purchasing it, what to do. All that info is there for sure. Okay. All right, though, guys, I love you. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday to all. And I will catch everybody in the next video. Much love to my soul family. And guys, take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace. Much love, everybody.